Hello everybody, my name is Elenator and welcome back to Ultimate Minecraft Polyworld episode 451. We are doing stuff. We've got more construction to do, and it would appear that we are currently in the process of placing down the glass to line the tubes here. I don't even know if I'm going to bother timing all this stuff, but I might as well just take care of it. Always be prepared. See you later, ground, as I watch it slowly go away into the fog. Howdy and welcome back. Why are we in the fall of reaction channels? I didn't even think they were still around. Oh, we have a button. It's just mirrored to the versions stop going up. The versions didn't stop going up. It's just you. Because we were in 1.16.2 release candidate 1 yesterday, now we're in release candidate 2. Unoriginal content will be at risk of demonetization. That sounds like something that they've already had in their terms of service, and now they're clarifying it. You can be quick to react. Speaking of reactions, I just realized I'm looking over there at the back left, where my music thingy is, and that kind of looks like a motherboard with a CPU at the center. My day's going average. At last I completed the secret ending of Secret of the Mimic. Hooray! Pretty soon you'll probably uninstall and get those 20 gigabytes back. I've now acquired all achievements. Nothing else for me to do on there. I'm gonna go move on to the next game in my backlog. I'm not gonna make a motherboard in here. You already see me struggle with redstone enough doing basic concepts. I'll save myself the embarrassment of trying something that ambitious. Not to mention, this redstone's getting tiring to go back and forth trying to acquire. Do I have any there, or is it just on the side? I think it's only on the back. A visual one? That's going to require a lot of... Do people even make green motherboards anymore? I feel like I see them as blue or gray. Ah, it's not night. The eyes have not turned red. If I felt like getting a whole bunch of light blue glass, I could recreate my computer. A big scale model of it. That'd be interesting. Alright, so I'm looking for... I guess I could start laying down. Oh, I only have 5 left. Oops. I was gonna start putting down fences. But as I look around, I realize, oh, wait a minute. But where? Alright, well, if I ever get more oak, in fact, I would need... 10. I would need 10 stacks of planks. I don't have 10 stacks of planks because that's 2.5 stacks of logs. I don't think I have 2.5 stacks of oak logs right now. I have 1 stack right here. I can't remember how much more wood I had. I feel like I only brought back with me 2 stacks in total, and I spent a bunch of the planks over there. I don't know, not important. Alright, so now we start doing... I guess we need to start doing the rest of the glass. So we'll prepare the areas. I'll pick that up soon. And that one can stay. I think these two can stay as well because that's where my regular water is going to be. Oh wait, maybe I did this backwards. Maybe I should have put regular water there. Hold on. Let's try again. And now I picked it up. Alright, so soul sand is up. Magma block is down. And then I guess I'll just start putting signs. Oh wait, hold on. Do I have any more ender pearls? Yes, I do. Let me head down there real fast. Pick up the oops. Save me about 2 seconds or less. Nom, 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 nom. Well, since we're down here, and before we head back up, let's visit the warehouse real fast and see how much oak wood we have. I'll take that, thank you. I still need more slime balls for my bounce castle. I got work to do. Alright, so I have a whopping 13 more oak logs, 29 planks. I can assure you, I do not have the oak wood for what I want to do. So, while we are here, I'll just grab more sticks real fast. Good with food. What else did I need? I don't think anything else in particular. We're almost done. I already have water buckets and ice. I have enough signs. Howdy, Paul. Welcome back. I guess we're all good. Now I know I don't have the oak. Huzzah! I'll probably just go up here. I do wonder, though, if the amount of time... Well, I don't need to wonder, because this is the whole reason why I'm setting up this vertical test chamber, even though it's kind of out in the open. The whole testing area is to test vertical speed, because I want to know whether or not it would be faster to move over there, go all the way up, and come back, or if I should just take the short route. The thing is the shortest route the fastest route? And then that's where you start getting into geometry and physics. Alright, now we're all good. If you don't know what to do next in the game, take a look at other games. What do they have that you don't have? Alright, so now I can put this stuff back. So we'll have... Let me just look up some real fast. Alright. For a split second, I forgot there's an N in column and I wanted to verify. So this one is bubble column down. And this one's bubble column up. This one's just a ladder. Maybe I should have put the text on the top sign and not the bottom one. We'll keep the bottom one empty then. Oops. There we go, I guess. Alright, this is what we're sticking with. The signs are here just to hold back the water and to make sure that I can walk through. Alright, so then flowing water or source water? How about we put the flowing water at the edge? And then we put source water here. Alright. Next step, we're going to grab some glass. Oh, in fact, I grabbed 5 stacks. Oh, wait, hold on. How do I get up here? Because I need to be on top. Oh, wait, hold on. You seeing what I'm seeing? We have intruders. Hey guys, how's it going? What are y'all doing up here? Wonder if they have a maximum Y level that they can spawn at. Oh, now I've got a bad omen, but that's okay. I don't have the space for that. That's not okay. Where'd the fence go? Did I not pick it up? Alright, so now with that taken care of, so what I need to do is I need to place the glass on top of the signs. I guess what I could do is something like this temporarily. This is how I'll get up there. Alright, up we go. Did Kurt J. Mack start his Flobathon yet? The potentially last Flobathon of all time because of how little distance there is. Oh wait, I think he started day 0 not that long ago. That's the timer setup. Oops, let me grab Soak Touch. Oh, if that was the first, and we're already on the third. And yeah, he has indeed begun. At some point I'll need to hop in and make my contribution. Make sure that the timer keeps going up. Because I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the day where it just ends. Because he reaches the Farlands and no one's expecting it because he doesn't have the F3 menu up. I look forward to the day. We still have some time because I don't think he's made it to 12 million yet. He passed 11 a little while ago. $1,214? 1,214 hours? That doesn't seem right. Is it 12,214? That's denoted using the hyphen. And it feels like nighttime is approaching. 12 or 14. There we go. I think we'll reset the weather timer before I work on the next pillar. I also forgot to add the little water pools. I'll probably have those here. If I'm going to make a 2x2x2, I'll branch them off. One there, and then, hooray, symmetry. I'll do another one over there. $12 to $14 is a big difference from 24. I don't know what the maximum I've seen it in the past. It's gotten up to 50 though. Yeah, I'm ready for it. If he happens to run into one of his spawn chunks again, I think there's only one left. Because if it's every 512,000 blocks. No, sorry, 524,000. So long as people have done what they've done the past couple years, then yeah, this will be the end. You'll just, oh, there they are. We still have some time though. I don't remember about how many hours, what the current prediction is at. We'll get there when we do. And boop. Alright, so with all that taken care of, swap that back to fortune. Because now what we do is... Yeah, if I go down, I'm in water. If I go up, I'm still in water. Yeah, there's no fast way to get rid of all this ice. I guess I'll just start placing it. This one I for sure have to go down, because the bubble columns are gonna want to pull me down. That'll make things slower. That's not what I want. I have no idea what his plans are. He's gonna do something though. And I could probably get the ink sac out of my hotbar, or out of my offhand. And maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just go down. This isn't that slow, I suppose. This might be faster than if I were to try to go up. Oop, one more. Can I even swim out of here? Not at all. That's okay. I didn't know if it was possible. I've now learned. That's a absolute value. Alright, well, enough of that. Up we go. Thankfully, I only have to take care of this 3 times, because the last one is just a singular block of water placed at the top. Hold up, can I? There we go. I wonder what this looks like in third person. It really does just look like I'm going straight down. This is weird because it's like the textures aren't moving because the camera instantly teleports 1 block forward. Oops. There we go, there's 2. Alright, so this is source water, so this is number 3. And I have the bucket up, or I should say I have the bucket on me, which means at the top, I'll just place it down. Naughty Method, welcome back. If Stuff Plus is gonna be later. I haven't decided yet. Probably not August. I'm thinking of taking August off for sure for the reason of... Or I should say, after I'm done with UMP, and it goes on break again for a while. Ew, swamp water. It's all yellow. Ew. Anyways, back to what I was saying. After I finish UMP Part 4, I plan on taking a break from doing my regular streams for a few weeks. During that time, I'll probably do a couple random things that were supposed to be done during the 10-year anniversary. It looks fine here. Oh, that's not true. This is blue. This is blue. This is nearly gray. And then you step inside and it turns yellow. Oh well. So then after that break, I'm most likely going to make a return to through the Android. And I think now I'm done. I'm done with all the necessities. Time to do the non-necessities. Oh wait, I don't have a second water source now. Let me... Geronimo. We're not gonna make it. That's okay. No, I'll take the fast way. I could time it if my starting point was there. Alright, zoop. Eventually I'll see what this place looks like with bomb colors again. Now this doesn't feel faster over time because I have to go all the way to that column and then come all the way back to this one. Anyways, I should have made more fences. Oops. So I'm thinking I still have plenty of glass because I wanted a glass box. So I'm envisioning first. I guess what I could do if I wanted was just open this up in its entirety. So that's from the first glass there. So now, decisions. I might have to do the difficult thing and wash away some of my torches. Oh, well, first things first, how about I just start out with the glass I know is going to be here. Or was it going to be? Maybe I will have the rim. Nah, I'll just do what I was thinking. It's the part where we grab more glass. So we're bringing that together, and then all of this can be filled in with cobblestone. So this is going to be the first layer of water, and then I'll have to do 2 more beneath. But now, I get to dig all of this up. People were talking about the copper golem yesterday, I think. Alright, so if that's on the outside, then it's going here. Hooray for Copper Golem, because Copper Golem was what I voted for. So I'm going to sit and wait and look forward to the day. And then proceed to not play it. Not play the version as normal. Swap that out with Soak Touch. Boop. Alright, let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. When we can. Maybe I'll just do that one there. Do that one there. Now it feels weird having the water so far apart. That's okay, I suppose. I didn't want to have the 1 block gap between. It felt opportune to just do it like this. Maybe now I will have some more fence gates, so if I put one there, and one way over there, that feels separated better. I totally support Mojang finally. We'll get to them later. Because that was always the hope. And at last now it's happening. Alright, I don't know how much I'm gonna need. I'll just grab one last stack. That way I only have to do this one more time. So what I'm currently thinking, 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, one more. Alright, this is what I'll stand on, and this will allow me to place the glass 3 blocks down. Wasn't the Blaze King one of the first votes from Minecraft Live? No, Minecon Live 2017. Those ones, I remember they stated, we're never going to return. The votes afterward were always, they'll come later. Alright, there you go, there's one. Fun fact about that one though, it made it into Dungeons as one of the DLC bosses, I believe. If you like it so much, you should go play Minecraft Dungeons. I should go play Minecraft Dungeons because I haven't touched it in a few years and I realize I still have it installed. Maybe now that I finish Secret of the Mimic, that'll convince me to go back and play it. I have capes to collect on there. You played it one day? Oh boy. I spent a moderate amount of time, but I don't have any way to check playtime hours. And we... Alright, let's pick up all the cobblestone that fell. Dungeons is something I would consider going back and replaying. I can't say the same for Legends. Anything else? I think I'm all good. I don't need your flesh. How about I just say bye? Minecraft Dungeons is not something I'd be able to complete within a short while. I can't see myself doing a Zelinator Plays episodes on it. One game I was planning on playing was Rampage for the 10-year anniversary. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Sad times, sad times. I ended up playing it on my own. Kinda glad that I did decide to play it on my own though, because what ended up happening is... What ended up happening is the game took longer to complete than I anticipated. And now we see more of that gray swamp water. But hey, at least it's not 1.0 gray. Swamps in beta 1.8 look decent. 1.0 did not look good, especially without biome blending. At least 1.1 had swamp biome blending. The duality of man. Normal and dark. Why 2031? What do you expect to wait another 6 years for? Alright, I think maybe that's all that. Maybe we're all done. The only thing is I don't know what to do for the backside over here. Could put more fences. Maybe what I should have done was just have the fences go between here. You think it's gonna take 6 more years? Not if your hyperfixation has anything to say about it. Got more glass. Maybe I should pull the glass out. Prepare for other stuff. Alright, but with all this taken care of, I think I've decided I will want to put oak planks here, which means I'll need to do something for the wall. I could just keep spending cobblestone. Howdy, Koski, welcome back. Oh, it connects to glass? Hold on. Did they? Alright, cool. If it connects to glass, I was going to be sad if they didn't think to have a side texture. Good job, Mojang, you thought of that. So what we'll do then... I guess if I wanted, I could put cobblestone between. Oops. Put the cobblestone here and here. That'll save me. That way I don't have to create a giant back panel. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Because otherwise, if I were to make this the whole back plate of cobblestone, that'd be one. That'd be 23. I'd need 23 stacks of cobblestone. How many do I have? Okay, minus that one. I only have 19 on me. Yeah, I'll just go the simple route. However, the simple route's gonna have to wait because I don't have the stuff here. Go with what's most aesthetic. The first thing I'm gonna have to do is probably just spend the stack of logs that I currently have on me now, because I need to make sure that these are at least completed. Most aesthetic, most robust, easiest in time and resources. Is that an order of operations, or is that to decide based on priority? Because to keep up with the theme, I would need regular oak here to surround the dark oak, except I don't have enough regular oak just yet. I did pick that up, right? Yes, I did. What's tomorrow? 4th? There's not going to be a stream tomorrow. Check what the calendar says. Oopsies. You know what? It's a little too late now, but I should have made a chamber where you fall. Test how long it takes to fall. And then compare that to how long it takes to go up. Oops. That's okay. Famous last words. How about I do over here first? Yes, it's the game rule, it's not the player thing. Game rule applies to every player on this world. You know what those kind of look like? It almost looks like hot dogs. A row of hot dogs with inside the buns. Oops, did not mean to split that stack. Once the world, the updated world is available for download, people can do whatever they want with the map, other than claiming it as their own. For the most part. Or put it on the marketplace. Oops. I didn't mean to stand on that one. I just wanted the cobblestone gone. Here, let's take the fastest way up. Whee! Alright, I wanted to get rid of the cobblestone next to all of the dark oak. That way I'll be prepared for when I do have the regular oak. I can just place it in, not have to worry about the ceiling. And now the fastest way down. This is not the fastest way down. It's much faster to just fall. Alright, let me try to find... If not 1.17.1, you could update the word early to something like 1.19.4. Isn't that popular with mods these days? Maybe something like 1.20.1. I don't know yet what happened after 1.16.5. Yeah, I'm seeing multiple colors of water here. Hooray, swamp water. Well, either way, I spent all the oak. Let's just grab all of these. Don't people make a lot of mods for stuff that seem cool because they're not cool in real life? Alright, let's see if I can make it. Hi-ya! I wonder where that's gonna end up. We're gonna find out when we touch down. I landed on the roof. Do I need to go back there? Not really. You know what I do need though? I need milk bucket. Alright, I'll place this down because it's probably better to just empty it out. Maybe not the glass though. I might be able to put all the glass back in here. Alright, that's all taken care of. So now let's grab all this. Hooray, inventory management. Oops. Lag spike, I say as I cross the chunk border for the 100th time. Something next to his name? Oh boy, how long? How long have you been sitting here and you haven't realized that YouTube implemented a few days ago the number 1, number 2, and number 3 player or viewer? What are we at? Oh, you're not even on the list. 75, 75, 25, 25. Someone I didn't even know was watching. I'm pretty sure they implemented the new feature during my stream, because it wasn't there when I started the stream, and then half an hour or an hour passed, and I started seeing these people with the little tags on there, and I thought to myself, when did this happen? I don't know what the requirements are. I feel like they're still testing it. It doesn't seem consistent. I can't figure out how XP is awarded. I just know it's currently on a per stream basis, but we'll wait around and see if they ever implement channel basis. Having it be channel wide would make more sense. It would encourage people to keep watching the same person more often. Because if it's only per stream, then you only want to stick around for that stream. There's not an incentive to come back tomorrow or next time. The change happened 3 days ago. I guess 2 days, if this is the third day it's happened, I think. What was that, Tuesday? Maybe they rolled it out on the 1st, that would make sense. I currently don't know what the requirements are because not everyone gets put on the top viewers list, and I can't figure out why that is. Your second ant colony has escapees. How do you know it's that colony? And where did they escape to? Gulp. No more... whatever this was. I can't see it counting videos. That wouldn't make sense. There's no live chat on videos, unless it's a premiere. If you're talking watch time, and it's per stream, it would only make sense that it takes place for that stream. And I guess I'll hold on to this one pearl for good luck, as soon as I try to figure out just how much oak wood I'm gonna need. The next step is putting away this ominous banner. It's taking inventory space. I have the bed on me, I have the boat. We'll probably head back to the monolith area and try a different part of the forest near there. I just want enough oak wood to finish the panel for that. Alright, let me grab this as we zoom. We're not zooming yet, but when we get to the ice highway, we'll be zooming. Go. Are we gonna make it? We're getting close. Nope. Almost. Well, thankfully, we're not gonna travel very far. One of these times I'll find a good outpost that has a bunch of trees. Oh, you know what? The last one, the jungle outpost, way at the very far end of the line. But if I'm looking for oak, that's not the best place to acquire it. Oop. I feel like the only good area to acquire a whole bunch of oak wood are forests. The regular forest biome. That's, of course, ignoring any sort of farms. No tree farms on this world. Not anymore. The last time I had a tree farm was back in Indev. That's because the trees were limited. I'm pretty sure I chopped down every tree in the world, and then I started the farm. I can't remember because that was a long while ago. My main 130 world. And zoop. At least now I get out of the boat in the proper area. Early on in the ice highway, when I would get out of the boat, it would drop me underneath. I don't know why that happened, but oh well. Alright, so this way. This is the direction I want to go. I think, unless there happens to be a forest right to my left. Not really, but there are some leaves. Apparently these leaves haven't been loaded long enough recently. There's only small clusters. I think there's more trees on the other side. Why are the piglins louder? The game is quiet. At least it's supposed to be. OBS is negative 10 decibels. The in-game master volume is at 50%. I'm pretty sure my microphone has plus 10 decibel gain. I don't remember the settings. I haven't touched my OBS audio settings in a long time. I know the Endermen in the game are loud. I always make sure to turn low the volume then when I'm at the farm. Oh, there's no forest here, it's just a bunch of individual trees. Where's the colony? Any Americans or non-Americans ever watched The Colony? Interesting show. Maybe this is when I'll use that one pearl, because I guess the closest oak forest is right over here. The Colony was kind of like a large-scale, real-world, post-apocalyptic scenario. Pretty sure it would be considered a reality show. So it was a group of people in a designated area in the middle of downtown LA, I believe. And so their goal was to survive as if there was a large-scale post-apocalyptic thing going on. Maybe something like government collapse, modern society collapse, something like that. And then, as part of the series itself, every so often, a particular event would occur. One of the things I remember was a group of anarchists were set in to attempt to raid their sanctuary. I don't remember much else from the show. This would have been late 2000s or early 2010s. I've heard of the 39 Clues series. I never read it. Were there 39 books? I feel like that would be a great way to tie in thematically. There are probably not a lot of popular children's book series that I ever read. Howdy, soybean. Method here earlier, you here currently. Man, is nothing going on? Nothing going on in Legacy Plus? One book series I really liked that I would totally read again was called Pirates. Instead of PI, it was PY. I'm pretty sure it was only 4 books. But that was something. That was a little mini series I enjoyed. It's been so long. I last read it back in middle school. 2012 or 13. Maybe 14. Got all your work done today? You have tomorrow off, right? Because hooray, US holiday. You read the entire first season? They have seasons of books. I didn't know books were sort of such. If you got all your work done, you're leaving work in an hour. You just have to sit around and wait until then. Oh well, as long as you're getting paid to be there. Isn't that what most people get job for? Alright, come on saplings, get over here. I have a special place for you. Only for you, oak saplings. I wonder if I should add the different furnace types to a designated area. I already have a bunch of regular furnaces, but I never think to use blast furnaces and smokers. How much mining have I done where I've cooked up stuff that would have been acceptable in a blast furnace, though? I feel like that's only for ores. I don't think you could put glass. I should say cook sand in the glass in one. Or cook cobblestone in the stone. Cook stone in the smooth stone. I guess that's why I'm used to using furnaces. That way I know everything that can be cooked can go in a regular furnace. Saga is the term I'm used to hearing. Speaking of harpsichords, I currently have three chroma harps. I don't know what to do with them. I was trying to sell them to a vintage shop a few years back. He wasn't particularly interested. I don't know what to do with them. I picked them up in my high school when we were helping to clean it out. Clean out the high school, I should say. I also picked up a box of film reels. I don't know what to do with those either, other than I can A, spend $3,000 and get a film scanner, or B, spend $3,000 and have someone else scan the film for me. I thought I heard something. Am I just used to hearing slimes that I thought I heard a slime? That's what happens when you hear game audio low. Alright, I'm looking at probably moving that down here. I do know what's on the film. It's, I believe, there are 10 reels, 8 episodes out of the 9 episodes for McGee and me, 2 episodes of Adventure in Odyssey, I think. I haven't looked in a long while, since I moved the box around a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure that's what I remember seeing. 2,500 blocks long. You gonna enjoy the rail? There's a question, have you powered it yet? Since you're already past minecart boosting. Alright, come on son, stay up just a little bit longer. I have more trees to chop. It's completely finished. Did you time how long it takes going from one into the other? I know you could do math based on minecart speed and all that. I always like real world values over predictions. Oh, I can't sprint anymore. Nom 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 nom. That's better. Just over 5 minutes. That's not bad. I don't even remember how long it took riding the minecart to the monolith. I tried timing it one day, but I'm pretty sure what happened was I got stuck in the stuttering zones. Because those are the worst. Curse you, InfDev 624. Worst version, can't change my mind. InfDev 624 turned 15, I think last week. Or 2 weeks ago? What's today, the 3rd? Last week was the 26th. I guess last week, Tuesday. Every last bit of iron, gold, and redstone. Maybe this will be an incentive to go mining again. To get more iron, gold, and redstone. You could still get stuttering zones in Alpha 1.0 up until around 1.0.5. After 1.0.5, they become not as big of a deal. Let me sort all that. Let's say as I continue to collect more oak wood. Only stuttering zones in the nether. I didn't spend enough time in the nether to deal with those. I'm not surprised with how long the United States railroad system is. Total miles of trackage. Compared to, say, European countries, we have a lot of land to cover for America. The amount of time it would take going from East Coast to West Coast, it takes a while, relatively. By land travel, I should say. And if you take a plane, it's only several hours. But, back before we had planes, a lot of decorations. Do you prefer interior design or external design in Minecraft when it comes to builds that support? Alright, time to catch some Z's. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Where's the bed? There we go. I watched the Zella moon rise. Alright. I know I did more tree chopping over here. Are there any more saplings, or sticks, or apples? I feel like exterior designing, I should say interior designing is easier in newer versions because with all the different block orientations, you're able to fit smaller details. Whereas if you're working exteriors mostly, you're able to work in broader strokes. I wonder how much farther until the beta 1.2 area. I think I need to pass the snow though. This should all still be alpha 1.0 terrain. 1.0 and 1.1. Alright, chunk border, where are you? Alright, I'm not seeing the chunk border. Somewhere around there is the chunk bordered Alpha 1.2. Because I remember I didn't need to travel too far. But I guess it is still farther than what I remember it feeling. Maybe I'm just used to the scale of this world being so large. I don't know how committed you would have to be to travel 45 minutes or an hour for work. The amount of time spent on there just traveling doesn't feel worth it. Of course, I'm also much more of a stickler with my time compared to the average folk. How are we doing? Yeah, I'll probably go back to focusing on the collecting logs. I think I've picked up most of what I can. Oop. Can I Halo reach? Yeah, I'm a ninja. You spent 6 years traveling 45 minutes to work and another 45 minutes back. Oh, nah. It's over now, that's a positive. How long ago was this? I should say how long ago since you left. How'd you end up? Nah, I guess that would make sense. Never mind. Unless you just happened to encounter them. A year ago? Oh boy. That feels more recent than I was thinking. I hear people moving trash cans around there. I wonder how many of the trucks have dropped by the time I'll be done. I still have another hour. Today is trash day over here. There we go. Here's all the saplings and all the sticks. Most of the saplings are going to go into storage. Hello! Someone spawned in a tree. He either spawned in the tree or he spawned in the other thing. The grass. Well, I guess now I have all this stuff I don't need. Oh wait, they didn't drop anything, just a banner. Cool. I don't have to worry about my inventory filling up with crossbows and arrows. Did they drop anything else? I feel like no. Not from the scouting parties, I should say. I know if I did a full-on raid, there'd be more things to get. More manual labor than before. If you think it's worth it, then that's the point. No job will ever be positive only. If it's positive only, is it really a job? Yeah, I feel like Telegram is much slower form than telegraph. There can be plenty of manual labor that doesn't require walking. Ah, I missed some logs. Oh. Hooray! I didn't have to make a pillar. I probably should have kept that one. Too late. Why the left knee? Was it a repetitive motion that put strain on the left knee for many years? Already did that? I remember one such incident that need not be remembered. And my inventory is nearly full. Nope, I didn't realize there's only one left. If you're basically back to normal, does that mean that it properly functions? Or are there still movements where you feel the pain return? Do all that, and then realize that, whoop, finally, we're nearly done here. This is enough oak wood to last me for a little bit. I don't know what other test chambers I had planned, because after the vertical one, that was about it. We're getting close on the research and development facility, though. Hooray! Although, I don't know how much development is going on. I should make another covered room. In fact, the test chamber I built isn't even covered. It's all open, because I didn't know what to do for the roof on there. This whole testing facility I've been working on is all out in the open, exposed to the rain. Probably not snow. I don't think any of the biomes there are cold enough for snow at that altitude. Alright, well, that was fun while it lasted. So let's just pick up anything else that falls real fast as we wait around for the sun to set, and then in the morning we'll head back to the monolith and journey home. What are we at? Hour and 8. Still enough time left of the day. Do. Ah, the stuff is landing in the other trees. I don't want to chop those ones down, though. I'm already nearly full of saplings. If I chopped these two trees down, I would have most certainly gone past. Do. Anything else around here? Yep. Saplings continue. Alright, let's catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Oop, I see that. And then we'll go from there. Alright, anything else? Oop, oop. Oh, I'll take the sticks. I still need those. I don't know how many more sticks I need, but I will much gladly have more sticks than not enough. There will be a day where I spend a massive amount of time creating torches. And then we'll be all good. Because then everything will be all nice and bright. And then celebrate. That's not true, I'm not going to celebrate. I'll move on to the next thing. I'll just get to cross it off the bounty board. I feel like if you had landed on the ground and then deal with the ladder, I feel like your injury would have been less. And Hazoop. The ladder ruined everything. Remember back in the early days of Minecraft when Notch was keeping up with his vlogs? Remember how he said he didn't like ladders? Nobody likes ladders. And boop. Zoom zoom. I said I try to make it. Oh well. Have you avoided ladders since then? Or have you had to climb up them every once in a while? That's a buzz. Is that important? No. Stop buzzing me, I'm streaming. Well, that's right, I need to get rid of Bot Omen again. I feel like they've increased the frequency of the pillars respawning, because there used to be none. And then I saw one or two. And then it went quiet again. And now they keep popping up. Oh, wait, this is where I need to be. Took a year to have the courage. I understand. I understand the trauma induced by that one ladder. But what are the odds of something like that happening again, right? And whoop, we're good. Alright, I think I'll probably put away the saplings. Put away the saplings, and I think go from there. You were going fast. Maybe that's the detail you never shared before. Because I didn't know what happened. I should say, I didn't know how it happened. Alright, let me... Well, zoop. I can put that one away. I can toss most of those sticks. You know what? Here, I'll hold on to those. And then the saplings can go 1, 2, 1, 2. Freezing cold, you wanted to get back and get warm. And thus mistakes were made. And during the rain. This is like one of those, it was a dark and stormy night, one of those days. You know how many movies have big dramatic events happening in the rain? You got a big dramatic event happening in the rain. Alright, so I have oak wood. We're gonna take dark oak. Because I think I need to make more fences. Or fence gates. That's what the sticks are for. I'm also gonna take back some cobblestone because I don't think I have any more up there. I don't need any more glass. I guess I could just take a, oops. Could just take a cobblestone shulker box in the event that I change my mind. The longest walk back. You should write a short story. The Longest Walk. It'll be a story told by future generations. Oh, I don't have any more ender pearls. Oh wait, I have one. I guess I'll use that when I get down. But before that, we're gonna stop by the admin building because I have 3 of these. I have 3 of these to create. So we're gonna stop by the crafting tables first. Maybe I need housing because, you know, surely this place is gonna have workers who stay on site. This is how you make it, right? Yeah, I know my fence gate recipe, usually. Alright, toss that, toss that, toss that. Alright, cool. So now we can go back to work. So let's grab another stack of these real fast and get building. Maybe I could put the cobblestone between the planks. I was originally planning to put the cobblestone between the glass, but maybe it'll look better if I keep the glass up front for better visibility and keep the cobblestone behind where the planks are. Because you could still see the planks through the glass, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll also need to do something up here, but I don't know what yet. Man, this looks kind of cool looking down. The spiral is a little weird, but that's okay. Oh wait, it's better just to jump. I've already started archiving a moderate amount of my channel. I still have much more to download, but yeah, I want to archive before YouTube goes down. What is that building? The big one with the spirals in front of me? That's supposed to be some sort of test chamber, except I haven't used it for any testing yet. This whole area is some sort of a testing facility. So over here, the first thing I had constructed, this is a very long distance travel thing. I don't remember how far it was, maybe about 250 blocks. So this is for any sort of horizontal testing I need to do. Something you can kind of see back there. I have a big pool with different lanes. That's for any sort of water testing. This is a generic test chamber for whatever I want to do on the inside. This one, I have 5 different vertical tubes to test vertical speed. And then over here, there's a target range. I have from 10 meters all the way up to 100 meters in 10-meter increments. So far, I haven't done any proper testing yet, but I have all these areas set up for whenever there comes a day where I feel like timing. This way, I have all the structures pre-built. This goes back to a series I used to watch many years ago by the jolly old Brits called Minecraft Myth Madness. And they had various test chambers on there. And so this is kind of similar. The cardboard tube from a toilet paper roll. You're right. Because those have the little spirals as well. Not on the outside. Or not on the inside, just the cardboard itself. You're right. That's okay. I want to make that taller because this right here, these water tubes are only 64 blocks tall. Except I don't have the oak to keep up the spiral. Because I'd want to double the height. That will make it feel better. I just needed a large indoor area. Maybe that's why I never gave it a roof. Oh yeah, the other building that I forgot to talk about that I visited where the crafting table was, that's just the administration building. Oh, you can't even see it from here. It's right back there in that corner. But now that we are here, let's go catch some Z's, reset the weather timer. Boop. Alright, back to work as I grab all of this. I don't really know what other sort of testing areas to construct, but we'll get there. The reason why I'm so high up, because you can see the grass on my left. That grass layer is level 32, or 33, somewhere around there. That is half of what sea level normally is. And so we do have a 256 block vertical limitation. And right up here, we go up to 225. One of the tallest points I have in this world is the fake monolith I built over there. That one's at the top of the world. And so that ground down there is 32. And if you look over, if you can see the line, the light gray line, that is normal sea level at 64. Well, was sea level. I think sea level was bumped down to 63 in beta 1.8. Well, by the way, that's what modern day sea level is. I do plan on expanding the monolith later, except we're going to stop in 1.17.1 here in part 4, so that'll be whenever I get there. At some point I'll expand the monolith. I'll also need to expand it down. Do I have bedrock down there? I guess I'll just let the water fall normally. Oh well. Part 5 might be before 2030. The game isn't changing fast, it's big updates spread out over a longer period of time. I still need to make sure that whatever version I'm playing feels old. 1.18 doesn't feel old. Alright, and I think... yeah, now we'll just grab the cobblestone and start pillaring. Oh, the box is empty. Good job, me of the past. Here I was thinking, let me just grab the shulker box because it has a bunch of cobblestone. Just kidding. I haven't seen or looked into anything on the copper tools. I know people are talking about copper getting more usage, and I think to myself, it better have something more important than just being a different tier. July 3rd, 2027. You're gonna remind me in 2 years. I could set a reminder for myself. Except I'd have to remind myself in 1 year, because I don't have the ability to set. I should say, I set all my reminders on Discord, and I can only do that up to a year in advance. So I have to remind myself in a year to remind myself in a year. It's a new tier, but optional. If there's nothing special about it, why would people use it? I mean, in 2026? 1.18 might feel old in 2026. But by then, it's only going to be a 5-year-old version. It's even less than iron, with how abundant iron is already. You know, I can't say that anymore because I don't know what iron feels like to mine these days. Copper's all over the place. One 1.7 was 10 years old. If I started in 2026, 1.18 would be half that age. That feels too recent. If iron is still You know, here I could probably do 2 of these. If iron is still mostly as common as what it was before the 1.18 system, why would people want to use copper for tools if iron is still so abundant? It's like people in old versions making cloth armor because cloth dropped from sheep, which was very abundant, whereas iron took more effort to acquire. Like, sure you can, but once you get a stockpile of iron, you don't need cloth armor anymore. Alright, let's fill all that in. So now let me grab that and that. Hooray, I somehow managed to pick up all of that. Let's add this in place. Oopsies. Oh, that's not cool. Under normal circumstances, I tried to avoid making stone tools anyway. I skip wooden tools with the exception of the pickaxe, because that's the one that's required. And I also usually try to skip stone tools unless it's something like the axe. Unless I'm having difficulty finding iron. Yeah, the reason for a stone axe is to get wood faster since punching it is very slow. This is requiring a lot more concentration than I was anticipating. People were saying that it's likely happening yesterday. And so we talked a little bit about that then. And so, soybeans talking about it more today, then it's probably happening. I feel like for copper tools to be useful, they need to have some sort of property to them. If they were more than just between stone and iron, or I should say, if they are only the tier between stone and iron, I don't find them useful enough. Gold tools are mostly useless, unless you wanted maximum speed and just trying to get rid of it. Gold armor has a use though when it comes to avoiding piglins. But I think to myself, if your armor is good enough, then you'll be fine just taking the piglins on, and you won't need that, such as where I'm currently at. However, if you're still in the early game exploring the Nether, I can understand gold armor being used to avoid conflict with them. I would expect stone tools to continue to mine iron. If they make copper tools a requirement to mine iron, I'll be mad. Because I'll think to myself, that's not a good use for copper tools, for the copper pickaxe. Because then that's going to force people to get copper. It'll change something that's been in the game for 15 years, the ability to mine iron with stone. That's where I'll have an issue. Alright, I think now we're all done, and this feels better, except you really can't see the dark oak, other than it just makes the water look darker. Hooray, shading. Alright, well at least now this is all taken care of. Alright, let's grab... I guess I'll just pick this up as I prepare to do something else. Are there any other small things to include around here? I kind of wanted to put something behind here, but I don't know what. I was able to use some of the space. I don't even know where iron currently spawns. I haven't memorized the spawning levels for 1.18 because now it's complicated. Because you have stuff like multiple sets of Y levels and stuff where... Hold up, how do I get down from here? There's also stuff like reduced air exposure. Diamonds, I believe, one of their spawning chances will spawn if there is no air exposure. And so diamonds will not always spawn in invisible caves. The old system was simple, it's just this Y level and lower. And because math, this happens to be the optimal Y level. But alas, it's been 4 years since then. I should say it'll be 4 years in December, since that was a 1.18 change, not 1.17. Coal only spawns near the surface. I've always liked coal being abundant because of how often I make torches. Yeah, now you can't just mine at one level and get anything. Or get everything, I should say. Alright, so this... Fill up? Yeah, I'll fill it up. Fill her up, please, said SpongeBob from the 2004 movie. Alright, so those are empty. I made sure to check. That's all good. Let me find... Those sticks can be put away. This needs to move over. For how long I've been carrying around these 2 flint and steels? I've really only been using one. I should say, I don't even use the one all that often. So I'm probably safe. I don't know what I was using flint. Oh, I remember. I was blast mining. But I've decided I think I'll retire this one. Put it in the chest with the others. And a zoop. And before I wander too far in that direction, unless maybe this is the time. Maybe this is the day that things get interesting. Here, let me put this flint and steel away. I have a plan. It just might take a little bit of time, but that's okay. I don't have much else happening right now. Once I find the flint and steel chest. Where's the flint and steel chest? Oh wait, hold on. That's why I've been keeping it on me, because the flint and steel chest I have, it's over at the in-depth house, and I've only kept full flint and steels in there. Oh, that's why I keep carrying it around. I just remembered the me of the past. Alright, well, if that's taken care of, we are going to grab both of these, and we're going to go on an adventure. Nom 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 nom. I've got my tools, got my armor, got some shulker boxes for storage. Let's go resource collecting. I have 25 minutes left of the day. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get there. But I have a plan. Because I think now's a good time to do so. And also because I don't currently have any other plan. I'm still working on the rad facility, but I should probably write down other stuff I have on there. I guess we're back in the Nether. We've got a lot of traveling to do today. And that was fun while it lasted. Alright, well, off we go. Oops, I pressed the button. That's okay. We're doing some Tokyo drifting on here. I say as I've not watched a single Fast and Furious movie. I've seen short clips and stuff, but like I haven't watched all the way through any of the series. So alas, now we sit, and now we wait. As we zoom, but unfortunately we're going to be going for a while. We'll be taking quite a trip here. This is the part where I should put loading music. I don't have any loading music. I guess this ties into I should have stream music, and then I never got around to making stream music. This ice highway was such a good replacement for the minecart track. For as much as I enjoyed the going across the minecart track because I didn't need to do anything, it's just slow. I don't have the Living Thrangle OST ready. Everything is in engine. I'd have to render it and then do some editing so that way it doesn't just get cut after each track. I also need to make sure I know how to write the audio to file. $4,800. I would say we're almost there, but truth be told, we're only about 55%. Such is how it goes. And I also would not, well, going back, I also would not plan on, using game soundtracks on here. I'd want dedicated stream music. That's a buzz. That important? Not currently. I guess this wasn't too bad of a trip. We're already almost there. I realize I somehow managed to just get this straightened out at a good way. Usually I'm at a steeper angle. Boop! Alright. I've got my boat. I have my shulker boxes. I have everything else I need. I just need to find where we're going. Oh, that's right, I'm in a cave. Maybe what I should do is put a portal on the surface at that exact same X and Y level. Or X and Z coordinate. Alright, we made it back. Sun's going down. Wow, I left a bed over here. Why is it blue? You could see you got this nice soft blue, and then you have the super hard contrast, high contrast blue. Such is how it goes. But that's okay. You can blame me from a few years ago, not doing good with the colors. Oh, I even have a stone cutter here. Do I have anything else that's useful? I could use oak wood. I have some oak wood. I'll just take one stack, I guess. That looks so cursed. What looks cursed? The stone cutter? The stone cutter looks great. Welcome back to Pocket Edition. Except I can't change the hitbox because the hitbox is still only 0.562. 5625 block. I didn't animate the texture. The Pocket Edition texture was never animated, therefore this texture is not animated. I just set the block model to be a cube, and then defined north and south face, east and west face, top face and bottom face. The Pocket Edition stone cutter was never animated. I also had to pull the textures myself because I tried looking online how other people did it. Other people made me mad. They Joppa-fied the stone cutter to fit with other Joppa textures. And I think to myself, ah, nah, that's not how you do this. Oh well. But now that's all taken care of, because hooray, thanks to the Minecraft community, I was able to find all the bedrock textures available online. So that way I didn't have to figure out how to pull it out of the game itself. And I think soon it'll be time to catch some Z's and reset the weather timer. I'll just wait a little bit longer, because it's not dark just yet. Maybe when the time arrives, I should stockpile. I should say stockpile on bamboo. And use bamboo for planks. Move on from oak. I just don't think their color tint is close enough as a replacement. Resetting of the weather timer gets changed, not fixed. That's not a fix to me. I'm pretty sure it was intentional. I'd at least like to hope that way. But you can no longer reset the weather timer by sleeping unless it's raining in 1.18. So I get to enjoy that for the rest of part 4. Party potato. Man, this is slow swimming. This is still faster than the old 1.12 and earlier swimming system where you kind of just float. You just bob on top of the water. The leave bed button, I'm pretty sure is added in 1.3 because in 1.3 you get the whatchamacallit, you get the single player commands. So because it opens up the chat when you're in a bed, they added the leave bed button. Have you ever... You know, I can't remember if pressing escape pauses the game while you're in a bed in single player. I feel like it does. Brings up the menu and not the leave bed button. Unless I'm just crazy. There is a way to get out of the bed, and I think the way to get out of the bed was by breaking the bed. Alright, here we go. This is what I was planning on doing because I didn't have anything else happening. This is a village I don't particularly care for. Hey, wait a minute. I thought I changed the raid bar. This isn't the texture I used. At least I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to look at the UI elements because I thought I changed that. Maybe they changed the texture placement. Alright, pillagers, where are you at? Isn't there a way to make them glow? Hold on, do I need a bell? The raids are randomized, right? They can have something like a minimum of 3 or 4 layers, or 3 or 4 waves, and then a maximum of, I think, 6. And then each wave goes up in difficulty. I know the raids have been implemented since 1.14, way back in 2019. I see you. I'll take your banner, please. Hooray! There's a way to increase ominous banners. But yeah, I don't have a bell on me to try to locate the other people. If there was a bell here, that's gone now. Alright. You're ready for wave 2. Maybe I should heal up. Nom 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 nom. I'm ready, says SpongeBob. I also didn't do anything to try to protect the villagers, so we're gonna hope that at least one of them survives. Oop. I'll sort my inventory later. I got stuff to do first. This is why I have the shulker boxes, because I don't know how many drops they're going to give me. Oh, I'll take your ominous banner, please. Come on, Johnny. And then I thought I saw... I don't know what I'm gonna do with these rubies, but at least I'll have them. Alright, let's do some healing as well. I think this next wave might be where the Illager Beast shows up, as I have renamed. I should say set the name back, because in the first few snapshots, that's what it was called. Then I think there was a vote or a poll or something they did online, where they were taking names for the Illager Beast. Someone suggested Ravager, and that's what it came out to be in the final product. There's another hello, I was right. Oh, is that progress bar based on their health? I thought it was based on how many people are alive. Maybe they redid it. Maybe it used to be based on the number of pillagers. Yay, I win. Hero of the village. I didn't know they had fireworks. Alright, cool. You're a farmer. Why do you have fireworks? That was... Y'all... Why are you all... I'm not gonna question it. Oh my gosh, he's buying sticks. Oh, buddy, can I send you back home? You just became valuable. Hold on, let me mark him. I'll find... How would I just use dirt? I need to make sure he absolutely does not go anywhere. So you, sir, stay right there. Oops, can I Halo reach back there? Aha, that's what I was trying to do. Alright, stay there. Thankfully, it's a trapdoor. They don't know how to use trapdoors. Where's this stuff coming from? Did they just give you free items? Is that part of the hero of the village? I should go check on my villagers at home. Alright, well, either way... That doesn't belong there. Neither does that. Well, either way, you, sir, might be useful. So, we're going to keep him there for now. Our next step is to start wandering back. Where are we? So, we are... We traveled just under 500 blocks to get here. Alright, cool. We'll see if I remember that the villager is going to be there. But you know what, while I'm here, since I still have shulker boxes and stuff, I should try to find a forest, a regular forest. You know what, if I don't travel back here for a while, maybe this is my time to look for a bee nest. I think I'll need MCA selector for this though, because I don't know where the new chunks are. Oh, you see that? Looks like I chopped down a lot of trees last time I was in the area. But yeah, I think this is the part where I kind of just boop, stay right here, and then none of that typed. Because I would need to find new chunks since they had a much lower spawning chance back then, back when these chunks were first loaded. So I need to go to, X is like 100, and then Z is 64,500. So I would need to find the forest right around 800. 64,300 and then 800. Okay. So we need to go off in this direction. Because if I can pick up a bee nest while I'm here, this will... Oh, wait. What did I need it for? The block museum. The block museum doesn't have bees. Speaking of sticks, I'll take all this. Does anyone know how long Hero of the Village lasts for? Because if this sticks around for a while, that'd be nice. Plus, I also got +3 ominous banners. Maybe if I keep doing raids, I'll fill up the wall faster. Alright, I think we might be getting close. I feel like new chunks should be not far from here. Oh, we're not going to wander around too long. It occurred to me that we don't have much time left of the day anyways. Well, either way, we're looking for bees. Again. Except this time, we have an increased chance to see bees compared to when we were looking last time. But I never updated Block Museum. Now's the time to do so. Since I did not particularly have a plan once I was coming back here. Oh wait, does this mean if I were to drink a milk bucket, I'd get rid of Hero of the Village? That's not cool. Oh! Oh, I see two. Aha, here it is. Do I need the bees inside? I don't, I'm ready. Sorry, bees. I should have used Silk Touch. That's okay. Let's go try to find another one. Because I didn't want the bees to be inside. To be inside. Alright, enough with the bee puns. Let me just catch some Z's as I reset the weather timer. Maybe I needed the axe. Alright, this way. Surely I'll find another bee nest while I'm out here. I don't remember what the odds are, but I know the odds now are much higher than what they used to be. To be or not to be, that is the question I don't want to answer. It is nobler to give up now, or to ask for help, because you can't put a number next to a letter. I see another bee. Are you going home? Ah, it's on the ground. Alright, well, I saw that. So yeah, this time, we're going to use Silk Touch. Wonder if I could use Silk Touch and convince... Can you not go in there, please? If I use Silk Touch, they get mad and come out. No, if I use Silk Touch, they stay in there. See, this is what I didn't want, because I didn't want the bees inside. Because I'm going to end up with bees at the Block Museum. Oh well. I could always use the sword. Or just let the bees stick around at the Block Museum, since bees don't do anything other than make honey. Oh, is this guy trying to find his nest? Sorry, bee. I wonder how long bees can go. How long Minecraft bees go before something happens. Because if that was one of the ones I was flying around and I got rid of his nest. Oops. Well, thankfully, if I found 2 of these nests right next to each other, then yeah, I was just dealing with terrible spawning chances originally. At least that's not a problem anymore. So now we can head home. Head home and update the block museum. Except I don't think I'm going to have enough time to head home. I'll probably just have enough time to get back to the outpost. That means tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do this. No, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's 4th of July. Monday. I guess this episode was alright. 451 is a great number. 451 is probably my favorite number of all time. I'm going to appreciate it thoroughly. So anyways, with that taken care of, now we can head on back. Feels like I did a lot, but I spent half the stream working on the thingy. Oh, whatchamacalled. I spent half the stream working on the test tubes, essentially. I don't plan on sending off any fireworks. I'll be watching them. I'll be going to a friend's house. We're going on his roof to watch the works. They had neighbors for a few years that would launch off big fireworks from the street. The big black tubes. They would send off the mortars. And so that was interesting. The first year they were doing that, I got to keep one of their tubes. Never used it, but they definitely used it. You could tell by basic examination. I also didn't know, but they ended up giving us one of the fireworks as well. I don't know what happened to it, because I feel like it was left at my friend's house. I took the tube home with me, but the firework itself, he still had. I don't know whatever happened to it. Yeah, now I just have the tube as a relic, because those neighbors moved 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Hey, I see my outpost. That is a weird looking treehouse with these colors. It looks fine in the floor pathway. I made this wood so pink. Oh boy. I guess with the amount of time we have, we might be able to make it back. So let me just toss the stuff I don't particularly care for. If I really wanted, I could turn a bunch of jungle wood into sticks. I don't know if I need to do that. The reason why I wanted to keep that stick villager is because sticks are cheap. Decisions. Do I have another saddle here? Saddles are not particularly useful, but I'll take them back anyway. Oh, and I have pumpkin pie. Maybe I'll just take back this wood for now. And perhaps cobblestone. So much for leaving this here at the outpost for future me. If future me needs resources, future me should go just mine them. Watch me regret that decision later. Well, yeah, we're not going to make the journey back. So if y'all have any final thoughts, start saying them now. We're going to end off in the nether as we prepare to head back. Maybe on my own time I'll journey back. Or, now's a great time. I have the weekend to try to get up to level 139. I'm not there yet. I'm only at 86, so it's going to take me a while. But, thankfully, I can get up to level 139. So yeah, we'll be all done for today. Back again Monday, no stream tomorrow. As I remember that I don't have a fast way to get back to the roof. Of course. Anyways, that's all it for today. Thank you all for watching. Bye.